One thing I've learned about the cycling industry is you can get the best bikes today, the fastest bikes, the lightest bikes, the easiest bikes to work on, easiest bikes to get perfect bike fit on, razor low your stem, no worries, replacement fork, bearings. This is a 20-year-old bike, actually sorry, 19 years old, and it's far faster, better to work on, more enjoyable to ride on, better to own overall than my current S-Works SL8, which cost me $20,000 Australian. This bike here is Trek Madone 5.9, made in the USA, made in the USA. Nothing wrong with made in China, this phone's made in China. These Oakleys says made in USA, but probably they're China. But how much are you paying for Chinese carbon with a Western label on it? I paid 20 grand for mine. But I bought it for review purposes, just so I can have clout with my opinion. People are like, you only ride these bikes because you're broke. Yeah, what do you ride? And look how many bikes I own, so quit with that one. Anyway, bit of banter there. These bikes are incredible. But again, this one's near new. It's hardly been ridden. Where do you get these deals from, Harley? You know, you can get a Dura-Ace bike near new or SRAM red, carbon, full carbon, mint condition, doper bike, Super 6 for around 300 USD starting at, not stolen, okay? From original owner, you know, with purchase receipt. $300 USD. Where from? All right. If you know, you know. That's the starting price I see bikes at here in Australia, and Australia is a very expensive market, right? It's really, because we live on an island, right? And when you live in your North America, you have Canada, you got Mexico down there, but you have a lot of stolen product in the US, and then that goes into the market and lowers the value. In Australia, there's bike theft, but not as much as US or Europe, especially Europe. I mean, bikes get stolen in England, then up in front. It just, you know, so it lowers the market value. So the deals are insane in Europe. They're insane in the US. Oh no, when I'm in Deutschland and no, Harley, no, you're wrong. People just get on the internet and just have a look. Go, yeah, it's expensive. They're not on there like morning and lunch and night and just having Facebook chat groups and, you know, like with our bike brokers and seeing the deals that are out there. They're just like going, oh, well, I checked it last week, or I went there today, and the deals go, man. Right? The deals don't stay up longer than an hour, okay? And some of the deals don't even make it onto the internet. You go to someone's house, and you're like, oh, what else you got for sale? Oh, I got this. My husband died, and you know, I'm just going to clear the space. What, $200? Is that all right? Yeah, okay, I'll give you $200 for you. You know, so it's like, that's what I mean in life as well. It's a good reminder as well. You can't take anything with you, okay? You can't take anything with you, okay? I fully understand that. I ride my best bikes every day, all right? I ride my best stuff every day. To the supermarket, to whatever, like, I have stuff, insurance and stuff and whatever, but I ride my best stuff every day, guys and girls. You can't take it with you, so enjoy it today. Anyway, so often the best deals aren't even on the internet. They're at the person's house, you have the chit chat and boom. The deals I've gotten, and people in my coaching group, which, you know, like if you're in the group, you know. And another thing as well is safety as well, because secondhand stuff can be really dangerous. What if you buy a bike that's been raced? And how do you know a bike's been raced? Okay, I wouldn't buy a racer's bike. You turn up to a skinny guy's house with never ever buy a bike from a skinny guy with tan lines and really skinny biceps. Never buy a bike from them, because it'll be thrashed. All right, it'll be crashed and thrashed. Never buy a bike from a skinny guy with tan lines who eats lots of carbs. The best bikes to buy are ones like this, near new, from a fat bro who thinks keto diet's good and sugar's bad, right? If the person thinks sugar's bad, their bike is going to be good to buy, typically, if it's the right price. But in condition-wise, the best bikes are the keto, low-carb people, because you can guarantee that bike's never had power put through it, ever, unless they loan it to a friend who's a high carb. So they're the best condition bikes to buy. The worst bikes to buy are from high carb, skinny guys with tan lines who are racing and crashing and mileage monsters. You don't want to buy their bikes. So I see a lot of people buying bikes, and you know, even last week a lad who watches my videos, not in the coaching group, because if he's in the coaching group he wouldn't have spent so much on a bike. He bought an alloy bike for like, I think it was like $1,700, disc brakes in local bike shop, Merida. And not great brand, but I was just, $1,700, man. And I was just thinking, damn, like, what you can get for $1,700 second hand is, you could get 3 S-Works tarmacs. You get S-Works Roubaix, an S-Works Venger, and an S-Works tarmac for $700 Australian. If you do a little bit of luck, when you put the work in, for sure. So it's crazy. So that's the big reason why I not shut down, but turned the dial back on my Pragma frame sets, because I'm like, well, I could sell you a brand new carbon frame, but for the same money, you could get a really sick doper bike. All right, so that's what I put my focus on, is helping people get these doper bikes, and also from an sustainability standpoint, it's better for the environment as well. Producing something brand new when there's these great bikes already here around, you know. So it's like, I'd rather help people get into that now. But you know, pre-2019 when I started Pragma, the bikes weren't as cheap as they are now, you know. So it was more feasible to buy a brand new carbon frame, then get some parts in it and build that up. But now these bikes, they sell for absolute peanuts, man. And this is a full doper bike, all right? Full on doper bike. This bike was designed for win the Tour de France, okay? And look at the average speed of the Tour de France in 2005 when this bike was, you know, some of the fastest Tour de France's ever. And they had flappy jerseys as well. Imagine if they wore the skin suits that they wear today back then. So these bikes are legit. So I'd recommend join my coaching group. What's in there? It's not just the bike stuff, it's all the weight loss, the relationships, the making money online, etc. But today's focus in the video is how to get the best bike for the best value, and that is my coaching group. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on bikes since 1997, so it's 27 years. You know, I've worked in the bike industry for over 20 years. I buy and sell bikes all the time, internationally, local, etc. Race a lot, and just coaching riders. But I know, and I work on bikes all the time, especially these ones. These are a joy to work on. And so I know which bike has certain flaws and what to look for, okay? Some bikes have the ring of death potential. Some bikes have, you know, a crack in the seat tube, which is an issue. And some bikes, it's not an issue. So, you know, or the dropouts, etc. So that's another thing you get, is you get individual bikes. I can tell you what to look for. Let's say you want a Cervelo R3, okay, there's certain things that you want to look for in a Cervelo R3 that you want to go, nah, skip that one, okay? Same with the Giant TCR Advanced SL, the ISP, there's certain things to look for in that bike where you'd be like, I want to invest, or like, nah, pass. All right, so you're going to save so much money, I'll give you the yes or the no on a certain bike. And it's also sizing as well, you know, like what size will I get, blah, 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 has your flexibility, things like that. What else can we say? You know, just, I don't know anyone else out there who's offering this level of service, because often they've got kids and family. They don't have the time that I have. Right? I don't work. I don't have kids. I'm just sitting there on my computer all day, answering questions, and I love it. And I just love giving back to the community. So there you go. That's, you know, take advantage of this opportunity while it's there. DuranRide.com, join my coaching group, and why spend more than $1,000 USD on a top tier? The very best bikes today are available for less than 1,000 USD, and often around 300 to 500 USD. Okay, that is fact, and people can disagree with me, but here's the proof. All right, and there's a lot of proof in this backyard as well. All right, you've seen my videos of how cheap I get bikes. If I lived in the US, and I did live in the US, I've been in the US a lot, and the bikes over there are so much cheaper, and especially in Europe as well, because it's just like, people want the latest shit, man, especially in Europe. In Adelaide, people are a bit happy to ride old stuff, but in Europe, man, like, everyone wants the latest shit, because it's all about that clout and that status, and there's not many humble people over there. It's like, you know, I got the Rolex, I got this, I got that, fucking, you know, flexing my Audi. So that consumerism drives the market value for these beautiful bikes right down. And that is in Europe especially, and especially in USA as well. Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, oh my God, the bikes over there are insanely cheap. But I'd say cheaper deals in the US and Europe, because people want to declutter and get rid of things. They don't want to have a backyard like this. Join the coaching group, DuranRide.com. Let's get you on a sick doper bike.